Well, hello. Welcome to today's live stream. My name is Jim Dubois. If new to the group, welcome. We're so glad to have you here. Um, in this group, we talk strategy. So again, welcome. Glad you're here. My name is Jim Dubois. I'll give you a quick bio for those that may not know me. Let's see. Geez, if I go back to the 80s, I started working for a company in the window cleaning industry, and that's where I got my start. And I worked with him for a while and kind of had that entrepreneurial bug, you know what I mean? And I decided to try this entrepreneurial venture on my own. And I started a little company called Done Right Window Cleaning over at the up at the Jersey Shore. And I had that company for a few years. And fast forward, I ended up moving down to the Carolinas. Wasn't sure what I wanted to do and ended up starting Squeegee Pros, which today is a multi-million-dollar window cleaning pressure washing company. And through the years, I would go to different conventions, conferences, and I met so many people that were just stuck. They weren't good at marketing, they weren't good at recruiting, they weren't good at building systems into the business, and they were just kind of flailing when it came to growth. And I saw a void in the marketplace, so I decided to start my coaching company, Window Washing Wealth, and that was in 2017. And it's a high level coaching company that's only for window cleaners and pressure washers, because that's the language I speak. And it's designed specifically and strategically to scale your business beyond 50,000 a month, $100,000 a month, and separate you from the day to day. So I do these live streams every week. So let's get started. So we've been doing a small series here, and we've been talking about profit acceleration strategies. In week one of the series, we talked about lead generation levers. We talked about building a marketing arsenal to increase lead flow. We talked about A/B testing specific variables to optimize your lead generation, measuring your marketing, creating a marketing calendar. And then the week after that, we talked about increasing lead to job conversion. Things like elevating your phone skills, creating enticing offers, incentive to wait programs. We talked about how a 5% increase in lead to job conversion will add another $100,000 in annual revenue with just 6, 7, 8 leads coming in per day. And then last week, we talked about elevating the average customer ticket using strategic techniques. Things like raising your prices, upselling, cross-selling, building in packages with your service offerings, suggestive selling. And today, number 4 in this series, we're going to talk about how to increase transactional frequency to boost customer loyalty and boost, well, of course, your revenues. So what is transactional frequency? It's how many times a customer makes a purchase from your business. Pretty much as simple as that. And what we want to do is increase it by developing strategies to encourage it. How many times a year are you at your customer's house? How can we increase that? So understand that purchase frequency has the largest impact on revenue growth. Very powerful sentence there. Purchase frequency has the largest impact on revenue growth. Encouraging your customers to purchase from you more often will go a long way in fostering more repeat business. And this, of course, compounds revenue. This creates customer loyalty. This creates opportunities to serve the customer at an even higher level. So how do we do this? Well, that's what we're going to talk about today. I'm excited about this. Strategy 1 is add additional services. And this will set the stage for the transactional frequency strategies to work. So I got a few questions for you. One would be, how many services do you have? How many services do you actually offer? What's your how to offer these additional services? And the big question is, do you have a system to offer these other services? And some of you might be thinking to yourself or just kind of thinking out loud, oh, I'm really just a window cleaning company. I only do window cleaning. Or I only do pressure washing or soft washing. Well, understand you're not in the window cleaning or the pressure washing business. You're in the marketing business. And you want a smorgasbord of services that will all fit into the same wheelhouse, connecting together so it makes sense for the consumer. What you don't want to be is a jack of all trades with services that are outside of the wheelhouse that do not connect well. I was talking to a gentleman about 3 weeks ago, and he's in the carpet cleaning business and he wants to add in window cleaning and pressure washing. And I told him, be very careful with that because those services don't connect in the same wheelhouse. And what it will do is create confusion to the inline consumer because they're going to begin thinking, well, what are you an expert at? Is it carpet cleaning, window cleaning? I think I'll shop somewhere else because I'm not sure. So you got to think about that too. Everything fits inside the same wheelhouse. So if you're a window cleaner or a pressure washer, expect to add another 35 to 50% increases in revenue just by adding in these other services. So if you're a window cleaner and you add in pressure washing and house washing, you're going to see an automatic pop in revenue. You can continue to increase these revenue increases by adding in, say, like gutter cleaning, gutter polishing, roof washing, screen washing, and there's of course ancillary services like mirror cleaning, chandelier cleaning, and you can even put a foot outside the wheelhouse with like Christmas lighting or gutter guard protection products because it still connects because we're in the exterior services business, of course, with inside window cleaning, so it all connects well. This is exactly what we do in my own company. Point is, the more service offerings, the more that you have, the more service, the more it increases transactional frequency opportunities. So your mission, add more services. So that's strategy one. Strategy two is database reach out. So everybody here listening should have a CRM, right? This is where you put your prospects, your aging customers, your active customers. And if you're reaching out to them appropriately, it becomes very, very powerful. So, got a couple questions for you on this one too. Do you reach out to your database? And if you do, how do you reach out to your database? How often do you reach out to your database? And if you do, what's the message? What's the offer when reaching out to your database? When was the last time you reached out to your database? We have built-in strategies that effectively reach out to our database in various ways. There's always a feature, or always a sale, or always a promo, or an educational point, announcement, a toy drive. We just did a blood drive. Different seasons, different conversations, right? Different service offerings, etc., etc. There's always a reason. And this creates opportunities to increase transactional frequency. More jobs on the calendar more often. In fact, we have one strategy inside Window Washing Wealth that generates, in my company, it generates just under $1 million a year. And I'll tell you, I've got clients around the country that are just killing it with this, and no one talks about it because they don't know it or they don't understand it. And I devised it back about 4 years ago. And for those of you that are just tuning in right now, we're talking about increasing your transactional frequency, getting more jobs on the calendar from your existing customers. So strategy number 3 is membership programs. So hear me out on this one here. This strategy is more directed to the middle class homeowners on a budget. Cookie cutter homes. Many want our services, but sometimes they can't afford our services, or they can't pay for multiple services and paying a lump sum. This strategy, well, it opens a door to get more services on the calendar. It gets more services on the calendar during the year for the budget minded consumer. Does that make sense? So they can afford it. And not only does it secure a steady revenue stream for us, but it also locks in customer loyalty because those in your membership program are less likely to switch to a competitor once they've subscribed. And we have a whole built out system with this inside Window Washing Wealth. But for example, let's say you just finished servicing a home. Now present your membership program and watch what happens. What if 3 in 10 take you up on this? See how it starts to impact revenue? It doesn't only increase customer loyalty, but it increases, of course, the transactional frequency, which in turn creates cash flow and more revenue for you. So let's go to the next strategy. Strategy number 4, maintenance programs. And yes, they are different from membership programs. It's a different strategy. How do I explain it? It's more money for us because our customer avatar. Our customer avatar is what? It's the upper middle class, it's the affluent, it's the super affluent. They have the money. And remember, you are the authority. It's kind of like when you go to the doctor, right? And the doctor comes out and he's talking to you. You listen because he's the expert or she's the expert, the authority. Well, it's the same thing with us when we're at a customer's home and we're talking about the services that we offer. They look at us as the authority. And when you educate them on what they need and how often they need it, well, because you suggest it, you receive, right? If you suggest it, you'll receive it. And what if 3 in 10 take you up on it? How many customers do you have in your database? How many customers and leads are coming in that are getting on the calendar? And if you're applying this strategy and 3 in 10 take you up on it, how will that impact revenue for you? So very similar to membership programs, except for one puzzle piece. It's designed for those customers with money. Once the system is created, put the dates of the different services into the customer's calendar and just show up. I'll tell you something else. If you add in, I'm just thinking of this, if you add in suggested discounts based on increased frequency, watch out. Conversion just went up a little bit more. And you can turn this strategy into a USP. That's a unique selling point. Unique selling point is how do you differentiate yourself from everybody else? How do you create a separation from your competition? And here with these programs that I'm talking about, especially maintenance programs, well, now we're offering something that probably nobody else does to the degree that we offer it. In fact, in my company, we custom fit our services for exactly what the customer needs in their annual calendar. I got to tell you, we sell these maintenance programs every single day at my office. And we have been since the inception of this particular strategy. It's incredibly, incredibly powerful. And it's another way to increase transactional frequency in the year. Is everyone with me so far? Fantastic. All right, so strategy number 5, the 5 magic words. In my company, and for my Window Washing Wealth clients, we have a proprietary phrase that we use. I call it the 5 magic words. And we use this phrase multiple times every day in my office. And it increases our daily sales more than and listen to this, more than a whopping 50% compared to if we were not using the strategy at all. And I did verify this with Christina yesterday. Christina is president and part owner of Squeegee Pros. I wanted to make sure I had my facts right. A whopping 50%. Interested in knowing this proprietary strategy, the five magic words? Set up a strategy call with me and I'll walk you through exactly how this strategy works. Free. Just type in the word magic below in the comments, and Annie, my social media director, will reach out to you. But step back for a moment here and just absorb some of the things that I'm talking about. Are you beginning to see how much revenue you're losing? How big the holes in your bucket are and the money's just draining out? Start plugging the holes. This is what we do for our clients as a coaching company. I mean, this is one reason why my client Jason, who was stuck in the business 8 years in and was at the $87,000 annual revenue mark, went to just under $1 million in revenue in 4 years. Strategies like this. So in summary, we talked about the importance of adding in additional services, database reach out. We talked about membership programs and maintenance programs in my proprietary five magic words. And when combined, when you start putting these together, these strategies will absolutely, without equivocation, will create an increase in transactional frequency in your company. And it will absolutely give you another pop in revenue. I can promise you, you will get more jobs on the calendar from the same customers during the year over and over and over again. And you should expect an increase in revenue of 25, 50, 75% or even more during the course of the year. And you know what? It doesn't cost a dime. It costs nothing to do this. So we have all of this completely built out in my Window Washing Wealth Accelerated Growth Coaching Program. But you know, most, well, they just don't give what we're talking about here a second thought. And they kind of dismiss the value that supports it to really grow their business. Or they just don't know it, right? And they lose tens of thousands. Maybe this is you. You're losing tens of thousands of dollars a year, maybe even hundreds of thousands of dollars a year, depending on the size of your company, because of it. Don't let this be you. I say this all the time. If you want to be like a Fortune 500 company in the window cleaning industry, the pressure washing industry, you got to start thinking like one. And today, I'm giving you the things to think about. And if you have questions on this or have an interest in working in a client coaching relationship with us here at Window Washing Wealth, put the word magic in the chat and we'll reach out to you to schedule a free strategy call. And this is important. If you know of anyone that might benefit from this Facebook group, please share the Facebook group link. And Annie, if you could drop the Facebook group link into the chat bar so people can copy and share it, that would be awesome. I hope this has been helpful. I'm so glad that you joined me today on this particular live stream. Thank you for taking a moment to listen in, and we will see you next time. All right, talk soon.